Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe, and I want to say thanks for everyone for being here today. We are going to have a fun show. I'm going to take you guys through a couple of dots that I connected here around what's taking place around Twitter, stuff that NYDIG has been doing. A lot of people forgot about NYDIG. Some people don't even know what NYDIG is. So we're going to kind of have some fun with that. Then we are going to take a look at some stuff that would have to do with. Well, that is an old article. Let me see here. I want something from recent here is happening across the board. These are old articles. That's interesting. Well, I pulled some things. I was going to say some things, and now I'm going to back off on that because that particular thing we will not be able to cover. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe, grab the bell. We know when we go live. We do go live a few times a week. Excuse me. And we try to connect dots, provide information around crypto markets, economics, all the different trends that are taking place from a governmental or regulatory type standpoint, and just the opinion of one of the guys who've been in the crypto space for a long time. Long time. So anyhow, do appreciate those of you who are here every day. There's a lot of you who are, and it is beautiful. I love it. It really does touch me. It really is touches my heart. It means a lot to me. So with that, I wanted to come over here, pop this over. Guess what? One day, gas stations will become as nostalgic as payphones. Who remembers payphones? Yeah. Who remembers home phones? Who has that anymore, right? And Elon Musk, awesome, whatever, puts it out there. Bank branches and ATMs too. Yeah. When people find out what the banks have been doing around the world and to the world and the control mechanisms that they have had and put into place, the world will not want anything to do with banks at all. Like, at all. But let's just say it's going to be very, very interesting as they continue down these roads. What I wanted to also touch on was, as far as banks are concerned, it is rumored that in Canada, they are erasing people's credit card debt and other debts are just erasing it. Pulled up some articles, but none of the search engines allow me to pull up anything that new right now. So if you're in Canada and you have a Chase account, is that happening to you? Let us know in the live chat or in the description of the video. Not description of the video. Comments below the video if you're catching it on the rerun. And I am curious to see if that is in fact true because I have seen several people who are in the Great White North, if you will, are up there saying that Chase is literally not closing the accounts, just zeroing out the balances on the accounts that they have there. It's very intriguing to me. Love me a good cup of coffee. It's Friday. We're going to squirrel a little bit. I hope y'all are okay with that. Just little show notes, if you will. So this afternoon, I'm going to not be able to do a Patreon show because I am going to be attempting to record with somebody that I want y'all to have on Monday. And then we may actually do a live show for the Patreon with the same gentleman, just kind of see what y'all's appetite is on that. The reason being is because he's really talented with charting, like more than I've ever seen anyone do. And I'd like for him to throw his stuff out there, what he thinks is going to happen. But at the same time, I would love to give you guys an opportunity just in the live chat, just be like, hey, what's this doing? What's this doing? Let him pull it up live and let it kind of happen and kind of see where it goes. But be on the lookout for that. So I'm working on that. Timing is not going to allow me to be able to do that this afternoon live with you guys. So just let me know if that's anything right now in the live chat. If y'all want him to look anything up, we can maybe go ahead and have that part of it. So, but anyways, that will be a Patreon only show. And the live will also, if we do a live, that will also be Patreon only. So I want to provide that for you guys. So if you want to join that, it's not a lot. It literally helps with coffee. That's it. Keeps me running. Most engineers need quiet, a really good working computer, and coffee. That's just kind of how we work. So, anyways, the nostalgia around banking will go away. You know why it goes away? We talked about this a little bit on our on Patreon too. That the powers that be, the evil of the world, so to speak, they utilize, that is their bloodline. That is their capability and control over humanity has the bankings. So once the world finds out what they're doing, they won't want anything to do with banking. They won't want anything to do that the banks do launch. So the CBDCs are launching, they're not going to want to touch it. No one's going to want to touch it. You know why? Because it is this. My amazing wife is having fun on Twitter and my thing's going crazy. So love you, babe. That's fantastic. Sorry. Anyhow. All right. So squirrely day, and my regulars, y'all know, it's just like sometimes it's just bouncing back and forth. So anyhow, let's jump into this. Twitter, if you didn't notice, hadn't seen it, adds Bitcoin investing and partnership with Etoro. Now, I personally haven't used Etoro, but from what I have done my digging on it, it seems like a decent platform. Do your research as always, but Twitter is now integrating that. Twitter also just enabled their subscriptions, so that's something I'm looking into as a potential Patreon adjustment, move over to that kind of thing, make it easier for everybody. And be honest with you, to do the Patreons, it is a lot of extra legwork to get it even there. So Twitter saves me 30 minutes of time. That's time that I can use to get you guys content. So I might move over there if they approve all that stuff. So I'm just looking into it. Just be on the lookout for that. We'll figure out what that would look like. So anyways, I digress. They are integrating eToro. When users search for $sign BTC on Twitter, they will now be able to invest into Bitcoin via eToro. Pretty cool stuff. eToro has partnered with Twitter and allows users to invest in assets with cash tags or dollar tag, whatever. Instead of hashtag, it's the dollar tag. Anyhow, in addition to expanding their number of financial assets that users can see real-time prices for when using the feature. Currently, users can see live price charts for the select few financial assets. After the eToro partnership, the list of cash tags will produce live price charts will be hugely expanded according to the press release, which is very nice. While users will be able to also be able to click through the eToro platform and see more information about the asset and have the opinion or option to invest. The partnership will cover hashtags representing a wide range of investments on eToro platform, including Bitcoin, hopefully Litecoin, and it will probably have Dogecoin, and it will probably, guys, I'm still scratching my head on Doge. I might as well just turn my miners on, point them to Doge, and that way I'm not investing in the anyways. anyhow, I crack myself up. All right, anyhow, cool stuff. This gives the subscriptions or subscribers the ability to, if they wish to, pay for the subscription. If I'm not mistaken, or it's either a feature that's being set up, or it is a coming feature part of it, where your subscription can be in crypto. That would be pretty nice. If it's not a feature, I'm going to ask them to do it. So, question: show of hands. Do me a favor in the live chat or in the video below. Do a 1 if you've heard of NYDIG. Do a 2 if you have never heard of it. Do a 3 if you know what they're doing and how they're being implemented in the world of finance. And I would love to see that. So throw that in there in the live chat for me. And then if you're catching the replay, throw it in the comments below. So 1 if you've heard of them, 2 if you have no idea, 3 if you know what they're doing and how they're being implemented and configured, etc. Cool. So all right, so we're gonna jump into that right now. Gonna show you guys what they're all about. Now, NYDIG is an investment platform They have different sectors. They have different services as a company. They have significant regulatory clout, so to speak. They have a significant background and configuration in the world of banking, but they're also crypto. Okay. They are building an inclusive financial system that makes Bitcoin a universal option for billions of people worldwide. Bitcoin is a resource for human progress, and NYDIG is the gateway. Kind of think it is. Okay. Sectors they're involved in: banking, fintech, investment management, insurance, corporations, nonprofits, and mining. Yeah, that's a lot when it comes to crypto. And y'all can't probably really see that, can you? Is that better? All right. Hopefully that's better. Services they offer: they do build and integrations. They do integrations, allowing a world for Bitcoin. They invest and trade. They have trading platform, investment platform. They do borrowing and lending, or DeFi. And then they also have a way for people to, this looks like a 401k, but all crypto. So a savings plan kind of thing. But fun, different things. They have a whole bunch of different stuff. They have a Bitcoin 101, all that kind of stuff. These, I've met some of them. Very interesting conversation. They're doing some interesting things. So this part right here, bringing Bitcoin, or really crypto, on whatever crypto they have on their platform, to the mainstream, primarily Bitcoin. Now, it is a Bitcoin company that is fusing high tech with institutional grade finance to usher in a new era of finance products. So they make it easier for partners to white label their solutions. So if you're, I don't know, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, whatever credit unions are local to you, small mom and pop banks, that kind of thing, they are allowing you to white label the crypto solutions you have or offer your customers. Yeah. So they create their own products like Bitcoin accounts, rewards, and loyalty programs. Now, the whole safety, unlock Bitcoin's potential, I haven't dug into any of these types of things. The insurance thing is interesting. The mining stuff, the nonprofits. So, yeah, as we've gone through that. So, one of the most interesting things I'd like you guys to pay attention. Deloitte. I've actually met with the guys at Deloitte and spent some time with them. That's a smart group of people. Deloitte, if you're not familiar with, they're one of the world's largest shipping companies, utilizing NYDIG and their partnerships and their blockchain stuff that they're doing. I can't go into details on how or what I know around it, but it's going to be pretty impactful to the world of shipping. Think about blockchain and supply chain logistics. Cool stuff. So why is PAPAJO talking about NYDIG? So let me just point something out to you guys. Congress allowed banks, the Federal Reserve is allowing banks to hold crypto or allow customers to hold crypto in their accounts. How are they doing that? NYDIG. NYDIG is the go-to or approved, the one that went through all the regulatory baloney that they'd make everyone go through. NYDIG is the ones who actually will be providing that solution for them. Now, that back end will all be configured and everything for primarily, initially, the banks. So the banks can now do that, but they're using NYDIG as they're doing that. You'll need to pay attention to this. The reason being is that all of the dollars around the world are failing. The rest of the world is saying, we don't need the dollar. Dollar dominance goes away. What does that mean for you and me? No. That means that we, in America, inflation is going to hit. It's going to hit hard. It's going to hurt a lot. Imagine, if you will, every bank in the country trying to save face, trying to fix things. Prior to the launch of all these different things they're trying to do, give you a short window, all of the customers that they have, a short window to invest what they have in their accounts into crypto. Right there in their bank account. They're familiar with it. They know how to use it. The buttons are familiar. They don't got to know how to do any of their private keys yet. They will eventually. They don't have to know how to do really anything except click a few buttons. Just like, imagine you get money in your checking account, just deposit in your checking account, and you, instead of putting it in your savings account, you put it in your Bitcoin account right there, right next to your savings and checking account. Yeah. That is going to give, as soon as I, by the way, started talking about this, my entire feed, like, it just died. Hopefully y'all are still there. If not, I'll upload the video 5x5 in there. I'm still recording. 5x5 if you guys are still there. If the dollar's failing and people are like, I don't know how to get into crypto. How do I go buy cryptocurrency? And whenever people like us say, go set up a Coinbase account, a Kraken account, or when the people are like, what's that? And even if you show them, they're they're just kind of like scratching their heads. Like, I just still don't understand. This takes the barrier to entry down to their level. NYDIG integrations in the back ends of the banks. While you and I in this space don't like it, that is in fact the way it is. This will get people used to it. Once they get used to it, they will be hooked on it and they will always love it. Okay, just to put things into perspective. Most people keep money in their savings accounts. The rest of the world is saying the dollar's dead, inflation's crazy, and just about everybody who has money in their savings account, think about folks who are always been like, the dollar is king, cash is king, people who listen to Dave Ramsey around that kind of stuff, just store up and save up and this, that, and the other, right? He says Bitcoin's bad. He says gold is bad. You know, those are stores of value and historically have done better than everything else in the world. But that's just whatever. Anyhow, people with the money they have in their savings accounts are going to go, you know, I want to just put a little bit in here and see how this works. And then when Bitcoin rises from that, I'm going to put more in there and more in there. And it's going to continue to rise. They're going to be hooked, just like every one of us was. And at the end of the day, all of those dollars that are sitting in all these accounts will go into crypto because the dollar in the accounts will be worth nothing. Do you see how this is going to happen? NYDIG is enabling that. Yeah, think about the implications of what that does. Banks can now do this. They're now testing it. They're testing it. They're picking people who they know might enjoy this and might try it, and they're actually going and they're doing stuff with it. They're enabling it for their customers, and they're allowing them to move money out of their checking or savings account into a crypto account. Keep in mind, this is, again, this not your keys, not your coin type of scenario. It is crypto they're holding on your behalf, just like the dollars you have in there are being held on your behalf by the bank. It's not any different. The power comes when people realize that they can move that out of the accounts into another wallet in self-custody. That, to my knowledge, is not enabled in most of these scenarios. I don't know, but this is happening right now. Across the board. You might be one of the lucky few who get a notice from your bank saying, hey, you've been selected to test out or to pilot or whatever crypto accounts in your banking account. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be Wells Fargo, Chase, whoever. It could be the big boys. It could be small little local small banks that you have, regional banks, whatever, that you have in your local town, whoever you bank with. They might actually enable that for you. And then it'll go mainstream. And everybody and their brother who couldn't get into it because they couldn't get past the hurdle of moving money out of their account into an entirely different platform to go buy crypto, this will allow them to obtain cryptocurrency by simply clicking a few buttons in the accounts they're used to. And I can only imagine the amount of savings that people have in their checking accounts under the mattress. That's how they're doing it. and their checking accounts. Watch what happens to the price of cryptocurrency when this gets enabled nationally. This is a big deal, guys. NYDIG is enabling that. It was always enabling that. They're the chosen back end, so to speak, the infrastructure behind enabling this features. Pay attention. You watch. These prices will explode. It's very, very interesting. There's people who won't even touch crypto, but when their bank says, "Yeah, we support crypto. Here's a path for you to get into it," and when the bank does that, people who have been apprehensive about cryptocurrency will go, "Okay, well, my bank's supporting it, so maybe it is actually real." People like PAPAJO. People like you guys, amazing people out here in the chat and or in the Patreon private channels and whatnot. We have these conversations. Maybe those people aren't crazy. No, we're not crazy. We're telling you this is your exit strategy. Crypto is the exit strategy, guys. I've been telling you this. This is one path that will become a fire hose or a dam breaking or something like that, where you have that amount of money fleeing into the cryptocurrency. It might just be how this happens. One of the paths. There's many paths. It's crazy times, guys. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? I think it's going to be interesting. Bitcoin is slightly down on the day. Let's see. Yep, slightly down on the day. And it almost hit 31,000 last night. Actually, it looks like it cracked it. It did. It cracked 31,000 and got pushed right back down. So we'll see if we can build some momentum and really push. The Dow's down and the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are down as well, which is interesting that they actually are coupling together today. It's very interesting. Gold is down, silver's down. That's also interesting. Usually things are flipped. Let's see. Divi is trying to push itself back. Let's see how well that will work. We'll figure it out. I don't know right now. You've got Matic, which is also pumped up. It almost hit $1.20 last night. Okay. Now, I don't talk about Ethereum a whole lot because I'm more interested personally what Matic is going to be doing, because without Matic, Ethereum would have a very hard time doing anything they're doing. Let's just put it that way. They're relying heavily on Matic to do different things. A lot of development's going into Matic. Ethereum has a new shiny thing. Fantastic. The burn rate's crazy right now, et cetera, et cetera. That's great. Matic, though, is making it possible for Ethereum to do what they're doing. So, anyways, something that I just kind of keep my eyes on. And Axie looks like it's popped up almost above 9 again. This one is an interesting one. I really wonder what this guy's going to do. When this stuff starts to run and Bitcoin starts to increase and you get the payouts that you get with this one, I'm very curious to see how well that would work. So, and mortgage rates look like they're okay. This isn't updated since we last talked about it. Some folks like to talk about XRP. It spiked a little bit and is trying to spike as well again. Guys, one other thing I noticed, I didn't pull it up, but I'll leave y'all with this and we'll kind of say hey to everyone. The Credit Suisse UBS deal, I don't think it happened. Keep an eye on it. Banks aren't done failing. They're just not. They're just not. No matter what people say, they're not done. Crazy times. What's going on, Daddy-O? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being part of the show. And I love it that you all are here every day. Same with you, Lithia. Thank you for being here. Fantastic. I love it. We've got Kenny and Karen Dees. What's going on? How are you today? Thanks for being here today. It is good to see you. Gloria, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. It is fantastic. Got Bitcoin Bull in the house. What's up, Papa Joe? Don't know if it's timely, but do you have a few words on the outlook on Matic after the Ethereum upgrade? I didn't see this before making that comment. They kind of go hand in hand. Ethereum can't do much without Matic right now. Just putting that into perspective for you guys. The upgrade was to unlock It was to increase the burn rate. These are the two main things. There's other stuff they did, but they were to increase the burn rate of Ethereum, making it more deflationary. And it was also to unlock the like $35 billion of staked Ethereum. So part of the 2.0 launch, they requested people to stake Ethereum in that platform. Well, if you staked it, you could not withdraw it or your rewards or anything until that upgrade happened. So what, like a year and a half, 2 years, whatever it was, I don't know. It took them a long time to do that build. Once that build was complete, they flipped a switch and people were able to unstake their Ethereum and pull the rewards out and go from there. And it also allowed for significantly more staking to take place. So people put the stake in there. Great. A lot of people probably took the rewards and staked it even and then compounded it effectively. Anyways, that is some of the primary stuff that they did. What's going on, Larry? It's good to see you. Appreciate you being here today, man. Got Trinity Man in the house. What's up, brother? Thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you being here. It is a great day for sure. Who else we got here today? Tom Hutchinson, afternoon. Appreciate you being here. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so some of you have heard of NYDIG, some not. Some had definitely heard of it. I love it, Bitcoin Bull. When the reparation of the US dollar happens, it's over. Yes, sir. You are not kidding. It is going to be interesting for sure. Daddy-O, yes, I agree with that. Most of the public are either too lazy to keep up with their keys, send phrases, and or too distracted. The NYDIG route is the only way many will enter and even attempt to enter the crypto space. In my humble opinion. Yes, don't disagree. There's a lot of people doing it. And that's how they're going to get into it. And once they see the dollar fail and they won't be able to buy anything with it, they will put it into crypto and you watch that spike. It's going to explode. Anyways, again, no Patreon this afternoon. I will be attempting to try to get stuff ready for Monday's Patreon show. Like I said, I'm got someone who's going to do some charting stuff around the direction of where things could land, kind of thing. All maybes kind of stuff, but it's always good to get a good visual. And we might do it live. I'm not sure yet. We will see. And then next week, just another show note, there will be no shows at all on Friday. I will be cooking briskets. However, I might do some quick little live streams, unprofessional and all that fun stuff, and just kind of show you all what some of the fun stuff around what I do with that. So, but anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful weekend. Be blessed. Take it easy. And we will talk to you soon. Take it easy.